Good morning, Rajni.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you.
We have Rajni Singh here. Which
Haji,
school?
sir.
Which school is BLA?
Perhaps new one.
No,
Good
BLA.
morning, Rajni ma'am. Am I audible to you?
No, she logged in earlier. Maybe she's not there. She just logged in. Normally, people
Yes,
put.
ma'am. Good morning, Jane, ma'am.
Jai Hind, ma'am. Ma'am, Sunbeam, which school you are, which branch you are from?
I am from Balia, ma'am.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Welcome.
that's why you have BLA
Welcome. Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a Sunbeam code. Now I realized. मैम Sunbeam के ना
Yes,
3
sir.
alphabet codes होते हैं हर एक स्कूल के.
Yes. It's our code, BLA.
Yes. Yeah, I got it now. Welcome, ma'am. Very happy to meet you today.
Yes, sir.
Your first session today, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, Manisha, why don't you give her a bit of an introduction? We have 4-5 minutes. Tell her about my good school, why we meet here, what do we do, what is expected.
Good morning, ma'am. So, a very warm
Good
welcome
morning,
from
Jane.
Good School Alliance. So, we are having two programs right now. Teachers Academy. I'm
Yes.
not sure whether you were there yesterday or not. So, today it is for the students, my good school. So, here we try to enhance the 6 C's of the students by reading as a pedagogy. So we read the book and give them some questions, review and reflect. They can reflect in any way they want to. For this, we start with critical thinking. The 6 C's are basically critical thinking, creative thinking, collaboration. So once the child has done critical and creative thinking, the child will be able to collaborate. And how will the child collaborate? Is going to help with the communication skills. So after all this, the character will be built and the child will become a good citizen. So these are the 6 skills we want to enhance, and we try to do it by reading as a pedagogy. So today you'll be seeing that we'll be reading my name is Cinnamon book and Inner Life of the Hidden Life, Inner Life. I'm just forgetting the name of the
Inner
is
life of animals.
Inner Life of Animals. So these are the two books which we'll be reading, and children will get to know many things there, because there are many things even we as an adult are not able to understand and see, which through the book we will be. So all of us together as a community will be reading, reflecting, growing together. So when we are saying we are reading and learning and growing together, we will be doing a little of the discussion. And today, Sunbeam Schools, a few of them may be ready with their presentations. So let's see how many will come up with
Anmol,
their
are you ready? Anmol to aa gaya. Anmol
Yes,
ready?
they'll be presenting whatever they have learned throughout the year.
Yeah. So it's like a celebration meeting today. We met so many people throughout the year. So we thought we'll devote at least half the time, if not half, 45 minutes to all the people whom we met, all the warmth they've given us, all the joy we have shared. and perhaps even look at this as a summative assessment of our delivery. We don't like assessing individuals, but we want a summative assessment of how we deliver. So when we see the learning outcomes today and the presentations, it will be a way of just a dipstick where we are today. And yes, that will also create the path for 2025 ahead as to what more needs to be done. I only look at this way that we have to become more student centric. I don't want to use the word child centric, which we mentioned yesterday in Teachers Academy, but I don't like using the word child. I would like to remain a child and we should all be children. That's how we learn. That's the purity of learning. But I think we should give due regard to the individuals and look at their personal and social development. That is the goal, Rajni ma'am, which we focus at my good school. Any question,
Um,
Rajni?
there are two, Samsung and Realme. Please rename yourself.
ये आज बच्चे घर गए ना बहुत सारे, तो ये बहुत सारे आएंगे ऐसे नाम आपको.
Samsung SMN 980F. That is, I think, the
कोई बात नहीं
device
मैम,
name. Please rename.
he is a young child, don't bother him, let him be. He's from Sunbeam, I know that. Shubhangi will identify Samsung 980F. If he's from your school, please identify him. Otherwise, don't bother.
No, sir, it's not a match.
Okay, then we are okay. Let him be who he is.
So, Shubhangi, you're ready with your presentation today?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what will you be presenting?
Ma'am, about joy of giving, joy of reading, importance of reflection, importance of reading.
That's great. So, is it
Manisha,
going to
can
be in
you
the
put the
form of
book?
PPT or like how will you present?
Manisha, can you put on the book so that Jugjeev sir comes and we start in time?
Sure.
Yeah, let's focus on that. We will do the presentation after we finish today's reading. Is that okay, Shwangi?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, let's first finish reading today. We have a chapter to finish in Cinnamon, and we also have a chapter to do in Inner Life. We have two chapters today. We need to share the calendar also, Manisha ma'am, today. Manisha ma'am, you want to share the calendar first?
Yes, sir.
That may be a good idea. Let's share the calendar and then Jugjeev sir will come by
Yes, sir.
that. So go to Joy of Learning Diaries. So happy new year and warm welcome to everyone. We are finally here on the last Sunday of my good school of the year. Wishing you all many, many more Sundays to come. And I am sure that this year we will celebrate the joy of giving in a bigger way. From our side, the joy of giving is the gift of reading. And that I think is the biggest joy we can give to the world. So if we can just champion the joy of giving, I think it should be focusing on the art of reading. And yes, art of reading for every individual across all our schools. That's the way I look at it. And the second element which we are focusing on in 2025, where we've specifically highlighted that diversity, equity, and inclusion will be our focus. Now, when we go that way, ma'am, just type joyoflearningdiaries.com. Don't you actually entered a wrong URL. Yeah, joyoflearningdiaries.com. Fresh. So we want to look at next year as a year of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that's precisely why we have now come up with a focus on a deep focus on bringing in all schools. So I'm very glad to announce that we only had Gyanuday in the DEI group earlier. Now we will have, in addition to Gyanuday, we will also have the Arthur Foot Academy. We will have the Grameen Sunbeam School. They are also going to join us in the next 1 week. We are in the process of doing that. So we will hope that the Sun City students will make more friends in the Grameen school with whom they share a wall, and that wall between the two schools will vanish. Don't go break it, but the wall should vanish. There should be joy of learning pervading all over the campus of Sun City. And that's the whole idea when we said that we should really look at joy of learning as all pervading. So we are hoping that will happen in the coming year. Jugjeev sir has worked very hard. He's been to Sun City. We spent time. We saw everything there. So along with that, if you look at it this way, we now have 34 members at the Good School Alliance. And out of these 34, 10 are partners and people who support us. And then 4 are these schools who are part of our Joy of Giving program. It's Joy of Giving for the schools who can give, and it's Joy of Learning for the schools who receive. Because for them, it's a skill building exercise. So if you look at the joy of learning, it's actually skills. If you look at joy of giving, it's actually service. So joy of giving is equal to joy of learning. That's the equation for next year. Wish you all the best. So we have the calendar ready before Jugjeet sir starts reading. Thought we'd highlight that first Sunday of every month is going to be a meet and greet, which Rishona hosts. So meet and greet is a tradition we've had almost for 3 years, where we meet people who are passionate about spreading the joy of learning. And it's their giving which makes the joy even more all pervading. So this time, do your research. We have Lieutenant Colonel A. Shekhar coming. He's Regional Director of Universal Education, a decorated officer, a gentleman, a man of character and valor. So find out more about him before you come to the next session, and don't spare him. Fight it out with question and answers. I am sure Jugjeev sir is laughing. You let your guest go very easily. That's my only sad story with my good school. We should actually make our guests sweat it out. That should be our focus. शार्क टैंक तो आप देखते हैं, आप शार्क्स भी बनिए ना, तभी तो कम्युनिकेशन improve होगी. So you see so much of OTT, and I think you must improve your communication with the same spirit. What do you say, Jugjeev sir? They should all become sharks, swimming with the sharks. That's what the whole story is about. So next
Yeah,
time,
yeah, these are all opportunities to gain
yeah.
from other people's experience. So you must utilize
You
it
must reach
actually.
out to them when they come. Jugjeev sir, you
And
want to tell something about Colonel Shekhar, who is the first guest of the year?
no, Rishon, I'll do a good job of it next year. But obviously, based on the fact that he's been in the army, he's in the path of the course of education. You can surely ask him if you have interest about going to the army or the armed forces. You can certainly ask him that type of question too. You can ask him any question you feel like. But you should, take the opportunity. Is what I feel because you have an opportunity to interact, you know, directly with him. So
Thank you, Jugjeev
what
sir. Jugjeev sir, at this point, you may want to tell them that after the last Varanasi trip, we learned a lot, and we are thankful to each one of them. They enjoyed the Youth Engaging Society program. So we thought we'd elevate the meet and greet and add one Youth Engaging Society workshop to my good school last Sunday every month. So last Sunday of every month, on this coming January, I will help you with the groundwork. And then Youth Engaging Society will mean that you will have to participate in a group discussion with the guest. And then you will post your reflections, the Joy of Learning diary. So it's like when we met in Varanasi and okay, I want to become a doctor. So we'll ask you, okay, now let's think, what skills does the doctor need? So we will do something similar, what we did in Varanasi with making a presentation. So we will actually do one youth engaging workshop every month. The January one, I'll be spearheading to kick it off. And then we have commitment for the next 3 from Leena Asher. Then next month we have Amardeep sir with episode 13. We will continue with Inner Life of Animals. We'll continue with My Name is Cinnamon. We are in the process of reading new books. So soon I will share what the next 2 books are going to be. I practically read large number of books in the last week. So we will find some interesting books for you, and that for us itself is an exciting challenge. After the yes workshops, can you please scroll up, Manisha? Yeah, we are starting something new. In fact, we started something new in December, where we started focusing more on the professional learning programs in association with the Joy of Giving schools. So, towards that, the Arthur Foot Academy is reading with us this book in Hindi. Is Your Child Ready to Face the World? Now, we do this once a month with them. We do a 90-minute session. So, I would suggest that interns should volunteer to come and read with us. So, if you want to read with us in this session, we'll do it over Zoom. Please send us a message, connect with Manisha. You can also go and post it in WhatsApp in the Joy of Giving, because it is giving which makes internships more pleasure, more enjoyable. Internship is not about what you can take. Internship is about what you can give. And when you give, your skills will hone and you will become a better person. So please, please, please participate more as interns in opportunities like this. Participate with us in the Teachers Academy. Interns are most welcome. They must come and join us. Interns are very much an integral part of our faculty. So they must participate. Interns are as good as teachers for us, if not better. So do join us. You have opportunity to volunteer in the AFA monthly meeting. You can volunteer in the Teachers Academy. You can volunteer in the Professional Learning Program. You can join Oshi, who hosts the podcast channel. You have other options. You join Anushka, who hosts the Teachers Academy. That's where you can participate. An internship will only be valuable when you go outside your school. As of now, what are you doing as internship? Nothing exceptional. You are doing it like a monitor or a prefect in charge or a coordinator in school. It's time you took your work out of your school, and that's where meaningful experiences will happen. So do participate in all these programs. Anukhi Tiwari, please mute. Yeah. So that's important. And that's all, Jugjeep sir. I think I have done enough. If I missed anything, please catch me.
No, I think there are more children here. So some new children here. Uh,
No, actually, there are no new children. They're on holiday. So they're joining from homes. They're essentially same
ah,
people. So, but they're on holiday. They are not going to be cooped up in that classroom, very uncomfortable, doing this half the time and fidgeting around. So you won't have that scenario today. You'll have many more available to talk. And today is special because you will have a lot of reflections after you and me read. We want to give them about 45 minutes to share their joy of learning for the year. There are some youth engaging society presentations that are coming up. So this is celebratory, My Good School for 2024.
okay. So should we get to the book?
Yeah, ma'am. Go ahead, Manisha, ma'am.
So anybody remember where were we? What had happened in chapter 12, which we had read? Up the hill, a very significant chapter. What happened? Does anybody remember?
Answer.
Jai Hind, Shreyansh, Batao. Do you remember what had happened last time? Anybody, what happened last time? Yes, Yanshu from Lahartara Sunbeam says that Cinnamon met his actual mother and father. Did he meet his actual father?
No, sir, his actual father was not uh, alive.
Yes, yes, yes. He met his stepfather because Santosh is his name, but he met you know his birth mother, as they refer to him in the book, and went to their house. So obviously, it was a very emotional moment for everybody involved, and we spoke about how each one of them must be feeling, right, at this point of time. So let's explore that a little more this time. So they went there and they decided to spend the night there. And so now this is next day in the morning. Chapter 13, the bathroom outside. Remember not to pick up soap. Remember not to put soap on your face and eyes before you pick up the lota. And also don't let the lota go into the bucket, cautioned Aditi, who had woken up before everyone else, bathed, and was cooking breakfast. Santosh made the tea for everyone. Cinnamon and his parents bathed in the bathroom outside. Cinnamon was not at all used to the Indian-style squat toilet. It required quite an acrobatic effort to squat, do his business, and get up again. 2 years ago, his school team had gone to Aurangabad for a football tournament, and they had stayed in a hostel. There was only one Western-style bathroom there, and thus there was a lot of demand for it. He studiously avoided the squat toilets there, even though it meant waking up before everyone else. Baba, the bathroom is outside the house, he said, giggling. The only other place he had come across a similar scenario was at Ajoba and Aji's home in Ratnagiri. Those are his Dada Dadi. Even in Pune, Cinnamon, if you have to go to old Vadas, the bathroom is outside the house. Vadas are palaces. Rujuta Devekar, who is a famous nutritionist, has said that in the past, people used to only eat at home and go out to use the bathroom. Now it's the reverse, Baba said. That's why all your city folks have so many health problems, declared Aditi. Ayushman, please put yourself on mute. Ayushman Singh,
Yes, sir.
just put yourself on mute, please. That's why all of your city folks have so many health problems, declared Aditi. To stay alive, you keep popping one pill after the other. One to sleep and one to get up, one to become hungry and one to digest the food. Then another one to get the food out, she squawked, and then went inside to get the breakfast. Everyone's tummies were rumbling. The breakfast consisted of piping hot makka bhakri, that's like a flatbread, loncha, which is a pickle, onions, and thecha. Thecha is like you can think of it like a chutney, with curd served on big stainless steel plates. They sat on the floor to eat the hearty breakfast and finished it with a generous cup of hot tea. Seeing Cinnamon's moist eyes, courtesy of the spicy food, Aditi gave him as well as Baba a fistful of sugar on the plate. To Ma she gave a banana. Don't drink so much water, she chided them. Chided is scolded in her colorful village Marathi. Not scolded, actually, chided is like a milder form of a scolding. Water doesn't help in reducing spiciness. Eat sugar, banana, or curd. Aditi couldn't control her laughter as she watched the three city slickers, unable to eat the spicy village food. Cinnamon smiled wanly, which means weakly. Baba quipped, "You know we are all from Pune, but you still prepared such spicy food. Have mercy on us, please." Cinnamon focused on the comforting white curd and sugar and pushed away the spicy thecha to a corner of his plate where it sat and taunted him. So it's like teasing. "My boy, you are from Nandurbar, but you speak and eat like a true Ponekar," said Aditi. After breakfast, Cinnamon took the gifts he had brought from Pune: gold bangles, a Paithani sari, and earrings. Aditi then brought a plastic bag that had some gifts in it and presented it to Cinnamon. I got you something too, she said excitedly. She had bought a silver locket that had a Ganesh picture and some t-shirts and jeans. You need not have bought all this, said Ma. Aditi turned and looked fixed. I can buy whatever I want, she said assertively. Let's just stop here for a second. So any words that you've not understood, please ask. So, he also talks about Indian style toilet, right? And we all understand, uh, obviously there are two types, and whatever you're used to or whatever. But basically, I do yoga, and one of the asanas we do is malasana, which makes you sit in that pose. And I'm thinking that maybe one should have been using those type of toilets more versus Western toilets, because now one is having to do it. There's supposed to be you know, some value to doing it. And uh, if you look across, our culture, there are many things which have been built, which are there for a purpose, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think it keeps your body in much better shape. And there is also, this in this bit that we've read, they're eating sitting on the floor. Any sort of any feedback on that? Anything that you would think, is it a good thing, bad thing? Eating sitting on the floor. Again, a traditional Indian thing, right? One thing apparently is supposed to do is improve your digestion. And just like the Indian style toilet is, increase your flexibility, because you have to, get up and sit on the floor. That itself, you know, uh, has some value. So I mean, there's some logic behind the concept of sitting and eating on the floor, as is the Indian style toilet. Vadas. So vadas are palaces, and I mean, it came up in the book. There's a Shanivar Vada in Pune, and anybody know, any story related to the Shanivar Vada, who made it, and anything that any trivia that comes up? Let me give you a hint. Built by uh, the first Peshwa, Balaji Rao. Right? Maybe you haven't seen the movie. What was it called? Balaji Rao, I think. Baji Rao Mastani. So that had, and it's supposed to be Mastani's palace, right? Then apparently another one was built. Any any sort of comment you'd like to make on what Aditi said about city folks, right? Popping one pill after another, right? One to sleep, one to get up, one to become hungry, one to digest the food, another one to get the food out. Any comments on that? Do you see that? You see that around you? Anybody? Put it in the chat if you want. You see a lot of that in the cities these days. Living on pills. And why do you think it's happening?
Yugjeep sir, city life is all about pills and bills. So I give a new quote. City life is defined as pills and bills.
Bills and bills. Yeah, these days the only mail you get is bills. I mean, I'm saying
Yeah.
physical mail, mostly bills.
I mean, every morning when you wake up, your inbox, most of the bills are sent out at night.
So yeah, this is a it's a lifestyle change, right? And we'll see that difference in the lifestyles going forward in this chapter. But I think a lot to do with us moving away from nature and you know what our forefathers used to do. And as this lady Rujuta Devekar, she was famous, I think, because she's the one who made one of the Ambani boys lose a lot of weight. That's why she became famous. But now, of course, she's famous in her own right.
You have a comment.
So yeah, Manu says that food
Food
adulteration.
adulteration. He highlights food adulteration.
Yeah, I mean there is fair amount of food adulteration is an issue, and also things like pesticides left behind in agricultural produce as well. That's also an issue some places, and that's why this uh, you know direction towards organic and also this direction towards natural farming. I think government is taking it up in a bigger way this year. They talked about it earlier, and they're taking it up in a bigger way this year. But that's also to do with what's happening to the soil and so related to that as well. Okay, so this you're getting to know some very interesting things made in Maharashtra. Uh, so did anybody know that water doesn't help in reducing spiciness? Anybody want to comment on that? What helps in reducing spiciness besides what's mentioned here, right? What you eat at home is going to reduce spiciness. Come on. Honey, salt, sweet. That's good. Milk. Yes, the casein in the milk is what helps. Salt,
Salt.
milk. Yes, casein in the milk, as I said, is what helps, and that's why curd also
I
works.
think salt is very useful in this.
Yep. Sugar, Sheila ma'am says. Milk. Yes. So water is the wrong thing. Right. Okay. Okay. Then let's talk a little bit about Pethani sari. Where is it from? Anybody? We've come across lots of different types of textiles, and I'm sure in the areas that you come from, there must be some famous textiles or famous food items. Can you put them in the chat, please? Famous food items, famous textile items. I mean, I've just come back from Banaras, right? So obviously Banarsi silk sarees are fairly famous, right? And the handmade toys, laddus, Veera ma'am says. What type of laddus, ma'am? लड्डू भी तो बहुत किस्म के होते हैं.
मोतीचूर का लड्डू.
Hmm. What else? Textiles in your area, food in your area. What's
So
famous?
nowadays, tilke laddu. Oh,
Silke.
yummy one.
Ah.
Yeah, yummy one.
Yes, Malayu. I had Malayu when I was in Banaras. Absolutely. And I'd had a version of it, Lucknow, and in Delhi, in Chandni Chowk, you get what you call Daulat Ki Chaat, which is a cousin, I would say, of Malayu. Malayu has kesar. The one in Delhi, in Chandni Chowk, doesn't have kesar. And it's there in Lucknow as well, but it's called something else. So yeah, that is very tasty, Malayu. What else? Sari, sweet, lassi, yes. I had the, uh, I had the kachoris. when I was in Banaras. I also had that one sweet, I've forgotten the name. Uh, and of course, the tomato ki chaat I had. Yes, Malayu. Yes, Paithani sarees are from place called Paithan in Aurangabad district. Silk, and they've got some, very zari borders and different types of motifs. So yeah, and we've come across this earlier in this book itself about textiles and some types of saris in Calcutta. So yeah. The part that I just read ended with the word assertively. What does assertive mean to you? What is assertive? What is assertiveness? What is assertiveness? You may have heard the word assertive also in the context of aggressive, assertive versus aggressive. What is assertive? Is it good to be assertive? How do you become assertive? These are the questions, right? So what is being assertive? Rishona, you want to try? Sheila ma'am says firm. Anu says positive. Who wants to try? Explain it a little bit. You've had so much time, even Google can tell you. Right? What is assertive? Anybody, what is assertive? Some other definitions of assertive. Feeling of ego, I'm not sure about ego. Telling your opinion positively and firmly, yes, Divyansh. Being assertive means communicating with us in a direct, honest, and respectful way. I don't know what Samsung is, but that's absolutely right. Uh, right. Yes, so that's what it is. Communicating with others in a direct, honest, and respectful way. To be firm and stand with your point and opinion, Rishona says. Yes, that's what it is. Mainly communicating with others in direct, honest, respectful way. Yes, absolutely. So why is it important? Why is it important for all of us to be assertive? Deep says being confident. Yes. So why is it important to be assertive? Right? Why is it important to be assertive? Yes, to be positive and achieve an aim. Yes, it helps you achieve your goals. So that's what comes. If you're assertive, then you're able to you have a better chance of achieving what you want to achieve. Because when you're exactly as it said, if you're communicating well, it improves communication. If you improve communications, it improves relationships, right? Let's see. We have a longish answer here. Being assertive is core communication skill. Assertiveness can help you express yourself effectively and stand up for your point of view. It can also help you do this while respecting the rights and beliefs of others. Being assertive can also boost your self-esteem and confidence. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it's important to be assertive. Signifies confidence in your knowledge, decisions, and actions, which can lead to better decision making, increased trust from others, and strong sense of direction in various situations, whether personal or professional. Absolutely. And we've talked about boundaries earlier. It helps you to protect your boundaries. When you are assertive, you're setting some boundaries, and setting boundaries is a good thing, right? Now the question is, how do you become assertive? Right? If you all said this is what it is and it's important to be assertive, how do you become assertive? Right? I think based on what we said, it seems it's a good thing to be. How do you become assertive? Right? It'll start with some sort of self-reflection, right? You want to know where you are today. Are you assertive? Are you aggressive? Are you passive? What are you today? It'll start with some amount of self-reflection. So you understand where you are. And if you've been through situations, you will understand what stopped you from being assertive, right? If you are being assertive, you're actually valuing your own needs, right? So, yes, Anoki Tiwari says goals define what you want to achieve in life. Yes, you know, if assertive is becoming assertive is also like that. It's a journey, right? You suddenly won't wake up one day and become more assertive. I mean, you'll get onto that journey, and slowly you will improve. But you know, being self-aware and reflection are important elements of this journey, right? So if you if you if you start to appreciate your own needs and opinions, and you start to say, the what your goals are, and how being assertive will help you do that, you will get onto that journey. And how you do it eventually is about stating your position, communicating clearly, right? And yeah, of course, you have to always listen actively, right? And normally, you know, there is a there is terminology called using I statement. So that becomes important when you are, want to tell somebody something. Instead of saying you this, you that, you say I feel like this, I think, right? I felt like this. Okay. So that helps. If you make more I statements, then the communication, is better, because you don't the other person doesn't feel you're accusing them of anything, right? When you're assertive, uh, I mean, how will your body language be, right? The chances are that you'd be able to be making eye contact, right? You will speak clearly, right? So the precursor to being assertive is setting boundaries, as mentioned earlier. What you think, what you think is okay for yourself, what you don't want others to say to you, or what you don't want others to sort of impinge on you for. Any other thoughts? How to become more assertive? Yes, Manu, what you think you become? So affirmations, yes, affirmations are a very important part. I'm sure. You can, there, I may have said this to you before, but in a webinar some time back, I heard that if one is careful about what one, one careful about what one is telling oneself, or sorry, that's not the right to say. So 80% of the time we are doing negative self-talk is the point. So you have to be very careful of what self-talk you're doing, and affirmations are very, very important. Yes, eye contact. Yes. Repeat the question. Question is, how do you become more assertive? intellectual conversation. So yeah, I think I just wanted to highlight this point because I think came up, and Aditi is being assertive, and she's being assertive because uh, I mean she is confident, she knows what she wants, uh, and she's, I mean, the biological mother. It's like a very emotional moment for her as well, right? And she's not ashamed of the fact that what she will get may be lesser in value than what the city guys have brought for her. But she's not ashamed of that, and you know, because she can do only what she can do, right? So I think that's an important lesson. Most probably, when we communicate more, we become more assertive. For sure, you have to communicate, but your position is what you have to communicate. What's okay for you, not okay for you. Face challenges, accept challenges, and move forward towards them. Yeah. So it starts with self-reflection, clear thought. Rishona says, absolutely. You have to be very clear on this. Absolutely. Right. Because you've got certain boundaries and you have to express yourself in a, in a polite, respectful manner. So let's go on. Cinnamon went.
Is your screen showing everything correctly? The pages? Just rechecking so that everyone is on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
going
like
to
to
start
help
right.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to start right hand side the last paragraph. Yeah. So it's
Absolutely. So please follow on the screen. A lot of us are not following what's happening on the screen. The idea is to read the characters and every word you should read. And with that reading, listen to Jugjeev sir's voice because that's how you'll improve your pronunciation. It's no point just coming and listening. Look at the screen and listen. That's how you will improve your art of communication. Is that good, Jugjeev sir? I wanted to mention this because I want
yeah.
people
Yeah.
to focus
Absolutely.
on
Absolutely.
alphabets. I want you to focus on sentences. Pick up your mouse, pick up your finger, go line by line. That's the best way to improve your art of reading. Just go line by line. On in the Teachers Academy, Gurdeep ma'am even picks up a mouse and kind of scrolls along slowly because that's how you'll start focusing. That's your meditation, by the way. Reading is the biggest form of meditation. So please follow on the screen. All of us are fidgeting around. That's not concentration. I know it's difficult. Some of us have small screens, but then you got used to, you adapted. You do everything on your small screen. You play games with so much of vision. You play chess, you play Ludo. There's no reason why you can't follow the reading text on the small screen. So please sit still. I don't want to see anyone moving. All of us are moving and fidgeting around, walking in the room. That means you are not reading if you're walking around. That's what we see in the video. So please focus on reading. We are here to read. Thank you.
Cinnamon went for a walk around the village with Aditi as he wanted to see everything. They said very little to each other. It was so fresh, green, and breathtakingly beautiful during the monsoon time. Cinnamon took in all the beautiful sceneries. They came across a stream where Aditi scooped up some water and drank it. This is from the mountain top, and it is very clean, she assured him, feeling amused by the expression on his face. Feeling self-conscious and remembering his mother's stark warning, be careful about the water. Cinnamon initially hesitated, but then scooped up water in both his hands and drank it gingerly. Gingerly is cautiously. After a few sips, he threw all caution to the wind and started gulping it down. Is it safe? He asked after drinking it. She smiled and ruffled his hair. As if reading his mind, his birth mother giggled and said, I know your ma will tell you never to drink water here and there. Don't worry, nothing will happen. As they walked together, Cinnamon keenly observed all the surrounding area. He noticed that the main crop in the village was rice. The tall, green, swaying paddy stalks were visible everywhere. They were huge fields used for harvesting. He then came across a bunch of local kids. The boys were playing kho, hide and seek, and cricket, while the girls were playing hopscotch. Sitaphal, which is custard apple, pora, which is dates, and bananas, seeds, were visible everywhere. The women in the village wore silver jewelry. It was regular practice in these parts. What, what was my father like as a person? He asked while they walked. He was so dashing and handsome. Everyone liked him. There was opposition from both our parents. He managed to eventually convince everyone. He had a very caring and warm nature. What kind of food did he like to eat? He liked spicy food, of course. In particular, dhapate, dhirde is pancake, lasun chutney, patoda, and thecha. Thecha we've come across. Patoda to me from pictures looks like some sort of pakoda. Our favorites. Was he good at drawing? She looked at Cinnamon with a warm smile. No, he was good at singing and dancing. He loved to sing Rudali songs of our community. These songs are about every aspect of life. He also danced in our tribal dance troupe. I remember he had once even gone all the way to Mumbai to perform at some dance festival there. How did you meet him? He was in our village only, but we were too shy to speak to each other. There is a village bazaar that happens every year during the time of Holi. So many people come there from Nandurbar and even other states and districts. It's a full dhamal. Many marriages are fixed there only. So was ours, she said, blushing. In our culture, the groom's side has to pay dowry to the bride's side. Of course, the demands have to be kept reasonable, she explained. Dowry, right? You know, yesterday I just said, let me sort of stark warning. Okay, Kavya, Google and tell everybody. Stark warning. Please Google. While you're Googling, dowry. So I was saying yesterday, I was decided to read up a little bit on dowry. Actually, I was really surprised. I was surprised because I realized it's it's not an Indian thing. I'm sorry, it's not only an Indian thing, and it's been there coming down from Greece and Roman Empire. Some versions have been there in Europe and other parts of Asia. And in Latin America, why do you think it's there in Latin America? Any idea? Take a guess. Why is it there in Latin America? Why do you think dowry is there in Latin America? How did it start in Latin America? Why do you think? Come on. You know Latin America? Latin America is South America.
You said you went around the world yesterday, it looks like.
Yeah, so why do you think it's there in South America? In Brazil, in Argentina?
Yeah,
Why do you
Indian.
think?
That's my light-hearted banter.
Well, more than the Indians that have gone there, what is the language spoken in Brazil? What is the language spoken in Brazil? Anybody?
I want to guess Spanish. Is that good?
No,
No?
incorrect.
Okay,
Spanish
let's see.
is there in a other large countries in South America, but not in Brazil. Brazil is Portuguese.
Portuguese. Sorry, I was going to say that anyway.
Yeah. So because people have migrated from parts of Europe, they took the customs there, right? So that's how it landed up in South America, I guess. But
Is
the
it there
point
in
is
Goa
that,
also? Portuguese came to Goa. Did they bring it there also?
well, must have. I mean, Portuguese, I was in Goa in November, right? I went and saw that church of St. Francis where his body is. It's like, I think built in the 1500s or the 1600s. Yeah. So, yeah,
You
a
give
lot
said
of
maybe worth
Portuguese.
checking out. Name a Portuguese explorer.
Yes, very
It, yeah. So as
straightforward.
part of your
That
reflection,
everybody will know.
yeah. As a part of your
Should know.
reflection, make a list of 5 great explorers in the world and the countries they came from. 5 great explorers in the world and the country they came from.
So dowry, I think everybody knows. Yes, Kaushik. Little louder. At least I can't hear.
Vasco da Gama, he said.
Vasco da Gama. Okay. Yep. Also put up by.
You woke up people today. Guru Nanak ji
Very
has
good.
also come. Arey, Jugjeev, Guru Nanak ji is come. He's one of the greatest explorers of the world. Join us next month on the second Sunday and we'll tell you more about Guru Nanak's travels. I often say he traveled more than Marco Polo because he actually walked 9 countries.
Thank you, sir.
So stark warning. So yes, Kavya, you've got the answer. Stark is when it becomes absolutely clear, right? A warning, and you understand what a warning is. So yeah, stark is when it's
Jugjeev
absolutely
sir, my son-in-law's name is Stark, David Stark.
surname, huh?
Yeah, that's his surname. He's a musician. He plays bass. So
Can
maybe
you tell
people
us
can
what
find
that
out
is?
what bass is. You can
Yes,
Google Devin Stark and bass and you'll find him.
right, right. So the other, you know, part we just read about are games people play. So can anybody write down in yes, Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, Vasco da Gama, yes, uh, Fahin, yes, Chinese from Tibet,
You entered the classroom now, Jugjeev sir.
Yuan Sang, yes, correct. Okay, so now they talked of games, Kho. Do people know Kho? Or tell us some games which are not so common, in which people, or you may have played when you were a child, or may still be playing. Like cricket, everybody knows.
Kancha.
Yes,
Marbles.
I've played when
I
we
played
were in
lots of
school.
marbles. Tapu.
Yes, hopscotch. Hopscotch was
Hopscotch.
there. They talked about girls were playing hopscotch. Yes, Sapu was hopscotch. Hockey of village, ice and water. What is ice and water?
Sir goes
Gulli danda, yes, absolutely.
Guli Dhara.
Gulli dhara. What's that? Same thing as danda or something else? Okay. What is ice and water, Shubhangi? Change is ice water. Hockey is also like ice water. What is ice water? Pahad, pani, similar.
Sir,
Tikri.
in this game we play one become a Dana and the rest one will run and the Dana will catch. If he catch somebody, it will stop there and freeze. Then someone will come of some water and when they will touch them, then it can the one who will freeze will become water and we will drain.
Wow. Okay. I'll never come across that one
Jugjeev
before.
sir, I'm getting
Uh,
messages that they won't have time to share their presentations.
okay.
So you finish this page and pause. I'm not sure, are you?
Okay, yeah, because chapter has got 2, 3, 4 more pages. Let's just finish the chapter. We stop talking. Let me finish
Yeah.
the chapter.
So then I'll skip my reading in case we're running out of time. Okay. So finish the chapter.
Okay. Was my father good at math? I'm not sure. Are you? He looked down at the ground. What about my brother and sister? What did they do? Cinnamon asked, ignoring the question that was posed to him. Your sister studies in the local government school here. He is in the 8th standard. Your brother is in the 11th standard. He now stays in Nandurbar in a hostel for tribal students. He's got a scholarship, she said. Can I see their photos? I would also like to meet them. After a pause, she said, yes, of course you can meet them. I will show you their photos when we go back. When they returned home, she showed him the two buffaloes they had near their house. She sat on a stool and started milking them. Fascinated, Cinnamon pleaded, let me do it, please. Do you want to kill the poor animal? No, let me try. He took the teeth and tried squeezing them. The bullock immediately let out a groan of protest.
हाँ ठीक है
Meenakshi ma'am, mute please.
बाथरूम के अंदर शॉकेट में तुम्हें दरवाजा
Meenakshi ma'am, mute please. Aditi guided him, and finally some milk did fall in the steel grey bucket. Aditi clapped in appreciation. Not bad for the first time, but it takes time. Now let me take over. She skillfully milked the cow till the bucket was full to the brim. It was rich and foamy on the top. We consume this milk at home mostly. We don't sell it, she said. After the milking session was over, they went back to the home. Baba and Ma had brought with them photo albums as well as a notebook that recorded the different milestones. The age at which someone spoke his first word, when he started walking, when he said his first complete sentence, when he started attending school, etc. Cinnamon also showed Aditi his book of sketches. These are so beautiful. Khub chan. Very good, she said, going through them. Cinnamon loved sketching. He first started doing it on the walls of our home. We had to spend a lot of time all erasing all his drawings before we vacated the flat, said Baba, and chortled, which is saying basically, uh, you are laugh in a certain noisy and gleeful manner. He showed her photos of the drawings Cinnamon had made on the walls of their old flat in Model College. What kind of drawings are these? Asked Aditi. It's modern art, said Baba, guffawing. And every time we asked him that who made all these drawings, he would say that Nasor did it and not Roshan. Right? Now, Nasor is an anagram for Roshan, right? Figure out what anagram is. But if you spell Roshan the other way around, it becomes Nasor. And I believe Nasor is the character in the League of Legends, which is a game. And when asked, why doesn't he use drawing paper, he would very seriously say, the walls are my big drawing paper. Your landlord was really nice, eh? They said nothing about him drawing on the walls, asked Aditi. Ma tossed her hair back and laughed. It was the full-throated laughter that Cinnamon had not seen or heard in a long time. Baba smirked. Laugh away, madam. When Mr. Mane saw those paintings, I don't remember you laughing. He had some very interesting things to say about it, remarked Baba. Baba said, I remember Cinnamon liked dropping things from the balcony. He dropped toy cars, my wallet, glasses, plates, notebooks, basically anything and everything you can think of. He would also pull clothes off the line and throw them downstairs. One day, he dropped my briefcase from our flat on the 4th floor. By God's grace, it did not hit anyone, but instead fell on somebody's car roof. I had some explaining to do that day. This is Cinnamon's photo when he had come home for the first time, Ma pointed out. This is a photo of his first birthday, and this is a photo of him on his first day at school. Baba had downloaded videos of Cinnamon's early childhood on his mobile and showed them to Aditi. They had also brought along photos and videos of his football exploits. This is the photo of him saving the goal during a school football final, Ma pointed out. Aditi looked at it for a long time. He's the goalkeeper? Yes. Later, Aditi proudly showcased the photos of her son and daughter on her phone. I'm not very comfortable with this phone, she said apologetically. Cinnamon stared at pictures of his siblings. They look so different, said Cinnamon in surprise and amusement. Maharaj, there is no such rule that children have to look exactly like their parents, said Baba. Anyway, let's help with the lunch, he added a little too quickly. The lunch consisted of bharli vangi, a bhaye bengan, a crushed onion and a dash of salt, a slice of lemon, a char, and cucumber slices. In the corner of the house, Cinnamon spotted some green-yellow fruits that were piled up in a stack. They were round in shape and looked similar to a lemon. He had never seen it before. What are these? He asked. These are mahua flowers. We use the sap of the flowers and make a drink out of it. Locals sell the drink especially during winter and monsoon season, responded Aditi. Wow, so you can pluck flowers from any tree and nobody minds? She said in a chiding tone. You think we are city people or what? The ownership of specific trees is passed from one generation to the next. So each family has rights to their own lots of trees. Right? So we talked about the Adivasis and tribals earlier and forest rights and land rights and you also came across their tribal dance, which is from the Rodali community, and they have a slightly different life. Cinnamon asked mischievously, "Can I have it?" "No, it is not for kids. When you become big, then you can have it," replied Aditi. When will I become big? Cinnamon thought. Am I not big enough already? The day passed peacefully, and Cinnamon moved around the village, taking in all the sights and sounds. He saw how simple everything was and wonderful it would have been, and wondered what it would have been like to grow up in such a village, to go to school here and live here. At night, they had a meal of rice and chicken. In this area, non-veg is a must, be it chicken, fish, or the other, for the few who can afford it, even mutton occasionally, Aditi declared. I can see that in this aspect, Cinnamon is truly his mother's son from both sides, Baba replied. Aditi grinned. Why do you call him Cinnamon? What does the word mean? Cinnamon is the English word for dalchini. When he was small, he couldn't pronounce the word cinnamon, and for a long time he called himself Cinnamon or Cinnamon, a real tongue twister. He found it so cute that it became his nickname, Baba said. Then Ma added with a giggle, he hates it now though.
Thank you, Jeev sir, for the cinnamon. We finally found the cinnamon.
Yeah, so Shona or Nisha ma'am, you may want to have a reflection item on differences in life between, you know, urban and rural areas. That came out here. What people see in the monsoon time. Those are things that came up in the chapter. Back to you, Sandeep.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear that. Can you please repeat?
I said the difference between, urban and rural life, or life between a city and a village, is something that could be a good reflection item.
Yes, sir.
As is, what you see in nature during monsoon.
Yes, sir.
Right. So Sandeep, over to you. Manisha ma'am, how take it forward?
Yes, sir.
This is a good time for reflection because a lot of us have gone home, and perhaps some of us also live on farms and rural areas. So you really reflect as to what your city looks like where you study. Most schools we have at our Good School Alliance are city schools. We are now making an effort to even get schools from hinterland. So this is a good reflection you have given today. So Manisha ma'am, let's host the reflections, and
Yes,
we will
sir.
hold the inner life of animals because Jugjeev sir has done good reading today. A lot to think. We need to give them time to think because if you give too many reflections and too many books, that also I think holds them for reflecting. But before you go, would you also like to tell them how they can reflect like we told the teachers yesterday?
Yes, I'll just share my screen and I'll let
Do that and then let the house go for presentation because they're all waiting. Mary presentation, Mary presentation. So we will
Yes.
give them a full hour and 40 or maybe 45 minutes for that. And that'll give them a chance and it'll be a summative assessment, like I said in the beginning, as to how far we have reached in helping them engage with us as well as the society. And that's why now we keep telling everyone that my good school is about youth engaging with society. That's where we were working for the last 3 years. And I'm glad the youth have discovered society at school. So you will have to first show or just share the screen. Okay, I'll do it. No problem. I think I have it on. You see my screen,
you
Manisha?
want me to? Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
you
it's there.
already said. I've got it auto share. So what you do is you go to Joy of Learning Diaries. We showed you the calendar this morning. We all saw the calendar on the right side of the. Actually, I'll do a little website too for 2 minutes. So in your right column, if you click on the poster, you will find out more about My Good School. There are a lot of you new. Welcome, Balia. So we have a whole group from Balia from the Sunbeam School. So go discover what My Good School is about. Yes, play the song. There is a song here. You can play the song. Kaushik, please hang on. No hands up just now. Let me just finish this. Do you hear the song?
We are here at my good school. Things here are so cool. Together we learn, together we create, together we meditate. Everyone is welcome. Teachers here are awesome. We learn good values, we learn many skills. We soar above the hills. Let's shout it out, hey, let's all be proud, hey, hands up in my good school. Just what we need, hey, for us to succeed, hey, are all here in my good school.
So below this, there's a little message here how you can connect with us. Manisha ma'am, can you read the number on the screen? Maybe your eyes are sharper. Yeah. After that, you have posts on the right side. So you can read some of the posts which people have posted. A good performing post is a calendar post. Possibly we saw it enough number of times. Now coming to what Manisha ma'am and me feel you could do. There's a beautiful reflection here from Sunbeam Varuna. So what you do there is you go there and you can write down what you feel about it. There should be chatter here. There should be conversation here. You can write a comment here. You can reflect. You can even go a step further. When you go to the Sunday reflection of 22nd, let us say we had a meeting with Anika Singh. Anika Singh hosts a podcast called Returning to Love. She is from Voice. We learned a lot from her. All the content is there. So you can easily go there and add a comment here. Let us say we add, thank you, Anika, for joining us. We learned about SDGs in real life. Okay, that's your comment. So that's your takeaway. And just post it there. So start reflecting there. And this will show up here. Your name and your comment will show up here. Is that clear, Manisha ma'am? Does that help, Manisha?
Yes, sir.
So now go ahead, Manisha.
Excuse me, sir, I couldn't hear it properly.
Yeah, we have to host presentations, Manisha. So
Okay.
let's do it first.
So,
Varsha ma'am has put her hand up in WhatsApp a little while ago. Varsha ma'am, please start with the presentation.
Good morning and Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, Manisha ma'am. Can you please allow Shaurya Chaturvedi as a host so that you can share the
Yeah, please ask
presentation?
for it. You have to ask for the host. We'll okay it. Ask for the host.
Shaurya Chaturvedi.
Yeah. Participants are all allowed to share screen. From our side, there is no restriction, ma'am. Varsha, we
Okay,
have
sir.
allowed everyone.
Thank you
just
so much, sir. Yes,
Ma'am-
Manisha ma'am.
ma'am, put it on the share screen if you want to do some sharing part.
Yeah,
There's
she'll
an
do it.
icon
No,
there.
ma'am.
Screen is shared for everyone, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. This is Varsha from Sunbeam Lahartara. And the presentation that we are going to present today is about the visit of Sandeep sir in Sunbeam this month only. And about the joy of learning, joy of giving, yes program, as well as the retreat program that our student, the hostel student went there and participated in that with a great enthusiasm. Um, First of all, I'd like to share about the importance of learning that I got it from Sandeep sir. It was the learning session, during the learning session when he visited Lahatara and he met the boarders here. Uh, what I got to know from him that that my children, though it's very less a number, it's only 21 children who attend the learning session of Sunday school. It has the learning and the reading process of them have improved a lot. They have improved the knowledge, concentration, their vocabulary, their imaginative, the creativity, as well as when they write reflections, the brain like they catch up words and as Manisha ma'am can also will agree with me that they take the lines from the session only and they write the reflection on that. A team of interns, they make a newsletter for them. Though we have not shared this week, Sandeep sir will be sharing it today, the newsletter for this month. And now my team of Shaurya Chaturvedi, Anmol Kashyap, Animesh Kashyap, Divyanshi Singh, and Shubhangi Kashyap will take the presentation forward. Shaurya, please start sharing the screen. Shubhangi, I request to start with the presentation.
Jai Hind, everyone. So today I will be talking about joy of reading. Jai Hind, everyone. So today I will be talking about joy of learning, and so here I am with the benefits of reading. Reading helps in improving of our vocabulary, enhance our knowledge, and in good school we do reading of different varieties of book. Like we have read My Name is Cinnamon, a fiction and non-fictional book. We after reading a lots of book we do analytical skills and it helps in our writing skills. It also gives us creative thoughts, improve our English speaking. Reading is a kind of meditation too. So reading offers many benefits to us. It helps in improve vocabulary and language skill by introducing new words. Every time we read new book, we find new difficult words and we get to know the meaning by googling it. No, and by searching these words in dictionary. Now it is also useful for us to completing our assignments. We use many new words that gives more creativity to this to our assignments. Reading also helps to gain new knowledge and understand different ideas. It also helps us to create, imagine, especially when we read stories. Additionally, reading can also help students understand better others better, making them more empathetic. Reading and we and I suggest that before going to bed we should read at least one page of any book that keeps our mind refreshed for next day. Now over to Anmol.
Yeah, Shubhangi, thank you. I wanted to say you presented very well. I also have a suggestion, Shubhangi, for you. In the month of January, we are doing the Yes online workshop. So what I suggest, the Yes presentation which you made there, why don't you share on the last Sunday of January? All the children or all the students who did the Yes workshop, when we meet last Sunday like today, we will give you time to share. It's part of our upgradation of our programming. So
Uh,
you talk about the whole year today, but come specifically the Yes workshop presentation on the last Sunday. Varsha ma'am, is that possible?
Yes, it is. So
Yeah.
the same
So
presentation that they presented at Varuna.
yes, absolutely. We want the Yes presentation and not this general one. We have now
Yes,
dedicated the last Sunday of every month for presentations because we are also
definitely.
improving our curriculum. Now our students have reached a level that they can read and present. So we will only read one book last Sunday of the month, and then students will present like we are doing today. So this structure of last Sunday will be used
Mhm.
throughout 2025 for the last Sunday. So you see the Sunday structures have settled down. The first Sunday is meet and greet and one reading. The second Sunday is Guru Nanak's travels and one reading. Third Sunday
Yes,
is
sir.
pure reading and reading, solid reading for 2 hours. Fourth Sunday will be reading and presentation.
Reflections, presentation.
Jugdeep sir, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that reflection, that presentation would be of last 3 weeks learning.
No, what will happen, Varsha ma'am, in the month of January, you already have the December presentation. So you can do that after I've introduced Yes. So do the
Yes,
presentations in January, but
on yes.
what will happen in the other 3 days? Lena will give her workshop. She will ask for presentations. So Lena is taking
Yes, sir.
3 workshops for February, March, and April. So whatever she leaves behind, I think that's what students will have to do.
No issues, sir. We
It
will
all
be doing
depends.
it.
It all depends on the workshop host. I am saying I had the advantage of doing the Yes workshop first with you, so you will have a presentation ready. But in Lina's first workshop, we will figure out how the presentation and the content of the presentation of the next meeting. Is that good for everyone? Any doubt with
Yes, sir.
everyone?
Sir, I wish to ask something. Can
Sure.
Century School participate in the same?
Ma'am, I would request Century School to hang on for a while, get to know. There are schools who have worked 3 years to reach for presentation stage. It's not easy, let me assure you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please wait 3 months. I want your students to first attend 3 months and then get ready to present. You still have
Sure,
to understand the good school culture. Sorry, I want you to present, but I want you to mature and present. आम तो सब तोड़ लेते हैं, but पक्के आम कम लोग तोड़ते हैं. तो
agree, sir. Agree.
जब पक्का आम तोड़ेंगे मैम तो बहुत आनंद आएगा. जो
Thank you so much, sir.
कच्चा आम हर कोई नहीं खा सकता. कोई लोग खा लेते हैं, बट कई लोगों को खट्टा लगता है या कड़वा लगता है.
No, not at all, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It's
Thank you,
beautiful.
sir.
Of course, you'll present, and this presentation will become a regular feature. So last Sunday will be workshop mode where you will take lead and we will listen. Okay, over to Sunbeam Lahartara next. Varsha ma'am, please invite the second person.
Shubhangi, please continue.
Jai Hind everyone. I am Animesh, and in the Joy of Giving workshop, we have learned about education, and we also learned that education equals to 4S. and the 4S is nothing but service plus skill plus sport plus study. So first is service. So in service, we should encourage kindness, sharing, and working together to solve problems. We should encourage students to donate to people who are in needy conditions and to encourage to participate in the workshops and all. Second is skill. So we should help students develop practical skills, abilities they can use in life and enhance their problem solving, communication, and creativity skills. Third is sports. We should encourage students to play games so that they could encourage their teamwork and leadership skills. Fourth is study, and it is the important parts in the education, focusing on learning new things and improving knowledge. And from my perspective, I think that traveling is the best way of learning because there we meet lots of people and interact with them, so we gain extra knowledge. Thank you.
Jai Hind everyone. So recently, I am Anmol, and I, along with my friends, have recently visited for the Good School Retreat program organized by the Sandeep Dutt sir with Good School Alliance. So in the retreat, we did several activities, which were the art making competition and team building activities, etc. And there we were divided into groups, and we have made our school presentation on how our school provides this for us on building our career opportunities. So after this activities, we all sure, can you next slide. So after these activities, we also got a chance to visit Arthur's Foot Academy, which is currently run by the Sandeep Dutt sir. In Arthur's Foot Academy, we also donated the things, surplus materials like books, notebooks, and stationaries, etc., where we met Jugji sir, Sandeep sir, and we enjoyed the presentation made by the students of Arthurfoot Academy and celebrated the Children's Day there. After the Arthurfoot Academy, we also had next slide. Sure. After the Children's Day celebration, we had the exploration of the Khan farms with the morning walk and the interaction with the local people who lived in the outskirts of the farm, where we came to know that how they survive in the huts in the extreme winter and summer. And we enjoyed the morning walk, and at the last we also got to explore the Doon School with Sandeep Dutt sir and the headmaster of Doon School, who is Mr. Jakpreet Singh. There he showed us the various department of the Doon School. For example, we explored the uh, uh, design and technology school, where the students have made materials like wood and metals, etc. We and in Doon School there are various departments divided. Like for the sports, they have other department, and music they have other department, and students go there and practice their things there. This was all for the retreat. Now over to Divyanshu.
Sure, can you change the slide?
Devanshu, please unmute.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about how the reading classes of the good school have made us encouraged to give what all we have got. The first book that we are actually reading is The Inner Life of Animals. It uses scientific research done by a lot of researchers and observations to challenge traditional views of animal behavior. Now, the basic meaning of this is that we observe animals as very different from ours. Like pigs, they are also very smart, but we prefer to them as very um, inhumane and not very habited. So in actuality, the pigs are very smart. To 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 keep their population steady, they produce very often, and we keep killing them. So they are actually using their brains to keep their abundance proper. So in this book, we have read that animals are also just like humans, but they are in just a different shape. Now the next book that we have is My Name is Cinnamon. In My Name is Cinnamon, it is light-hearted and heartwarming, but it also explores some difficult themes that are rarely seen in children's and young adult literature. Now, the whole book system of the whole world is that everybody wants to read a book which is very interesting. And this is also a book which is interesting, but it also focuses on how some children have to face the world differently, just like Cinnamon. Cinnamon, he is adopted, which not a lot of people are. So it shows how children grow up in different stages of life, but still they can develop into such a being. The next book that we have is the Jataka Tales. In the Jataka Tales, it is collection of stories about both this past lives that can teach important life lessons and virtues. In the Jataka Tales, it is shown that how both G has lived his previous lives and how each life of his has a meaning to the world itself. Each story has its own life lessons, and we should inculcate these life lessons into our life as well. The next book is The Hidden Life of Trees. The Hidden Life of Trees offers numerous benefits to the readers, ranging from gaining scientific knowledge to developing a deeper emotional connection with nature. In this, it shows that trees also have a life of their own. They inculcate different activities to remain in their life and inculcate different propagation methods to keep the generation ongoing. So it says that how trees can also have their own intellect and how these trees have given life to the whole world of our life. Now, we, now, sure, would you like to present how the reflections can help us?
Hello, am I audible? Yeah, thank you. Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. I'm sure and I'll be telling about what are the benefits of reflection. So mainly, I'll be talking about two major points that are promoting active learning. And for me, promoting active learning is engaging in reflective practices helps me from just passively observing information to actively participating in learning process. By thinking critically about what I have learned and how it applies to real life situations, I can retain the information better and use it more effectively when I need it. And the second, in enhancing the understanding, reflection really helps us process and internalize new information, making it easier to connect what I am learning to what I am already know. This makes my learning experience more meaningful and helps me bridge the gap between theory and practices. It also fosters a lifelong learning. Developing a habit of reflection builds a mindset of continuous improvement and learning. It equips learners with the tools to adapt and thrive in the various contexts throughout life. Recognizing progress and accomplishments through reflections boosts motivation and confidence. It also helps learners stay focused on their purpose and long term objectives. So these are the what I think the uh, um, benefits of reflection. So last but not the least, we are attending our last Sunday school of this year, and I'll be pinning down my thank you a gesture because in this year we have learned a lot about from good school, and actually good school personally has helped me to grow in the intellectuality, and good school has helped us very much in what we are right now, especially in the 2024. And there is a special thanks to Sandeep sir when he gave us a chance to present about the joy of giving and that yes workshop in Varuna, and that was and the yes workshop was really beneficial for us, and the it actually bridged actually bridged the gap between engaging and learning. We learn, but we just sit and there is no benefit from the learning. Actually in this yes workshop we learn and we engage. That is the most thank you part, the most beneficial part of this whole system. So at very last, thank you Sandeep sir, thank you Jugjeet sir for giving us this interactive sessions every day. Thank you, everyone.
So thank you, Shad. Now for the thank you note, I thank you, Sandeep Dutt, from the bottom of my heart to give us this beautiful year. And I personally learned many things. Uh, we did yes workshop, which was very engaging workshop. The 2 hour session had made me learn very new things. And then we have interaction with you in our school was also very good. Now, thank you, Manisha ma'am, for helping us by our reflections, making it very nicely put up on the website of JOL. Thank you, Jugjeet sir, for reading all the books for us and making us aware about the new words. Thank you so much, Good School Alliance, for making this year a very wonderful year and our Sunday also. So now over to Anmol.
Good day, Jane.
Firstly, I would like to thank Sandeep sir, Manisha ma'am, Jugjeet sir personally because they have not only provided a platform but also engaged the youth in the workshop, and for providing such a beautiful reading platform for the students like us is not a easy task. So thank you for taking the initiative for us to enhance our reading skills and also the communication skills. Once again, thank you for making our 2024 year to make it a wonderful interaction with the Sunday school sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varsha. We love you all. Sunbeam Lahartara. I think Jugjeet sir, these presentations were mind blowing. Use that word today. A lot of effort has gone, and thank you, Jugjeet sir, taking the trouble of and these work trips which we are doing annually are really doing wonders. Thank you, Sunbeam School, for giving us a chance to serve you. And thank you to you so much. God bless you. We learn as much as you learn from us. And that's the beauty of it. So thank you so much. We are now open to other presentations if some other schools have. And in case you don't have a presentation, you can put your hand up. We will give you an opportunity to speak. That's as much as a presentation. Okay, Divyanshu from Lahartara. Please come
Actually,
in.
sir, I would like to also add one more thing that we got a chance to know only know about the joy of giving, joy of reading, and joy in learning because of this whole good school program. So I would like to thank you for very much for giving us this opportunity to make us learn about how joy of giving can be useful. Joy of learning and joy in reading is important for our lives as well.
This is just beautiful. God bless you. Sorry, I'm trying to get my Wi-Fi going, so I've been communicating with other people. Thank you so much. You know what you said in the last thing? Joy of giving. I think it took us 3 years to understand. Perhaps this is most precious to us. And I'm glad you people came to the retreat. I actually thank each one of the 4 people who came. It was so beautiful to host you there. As luck would have it, I missed your dance and your performance with your colorful saffron colored jackets. But I guess duty and destiny always come your way. Thank you for doing what all you did for the retreat. And the next retreat is coming up. So now, if you want to do your joy of giving, don't come again, but send other people. That's your joy of giving. You give up your chance to come next time. Give your space to someone. Gift your visit to joy as a joy of giving to someone in your school. And we have only 25 positions open for the next retreat. We've already blocked 5. We have given away 5 yesterday. So ask your school, send your email to your school right away that you want to attend. And as you are home, encourage your parents to let you come and be with us, because you have to push your parents to understand that the experiences beyond classroom matter 70%. Let me do that. There is this data today I read this morning that 70% of the learning is beyond the classroom. And our parents and all of us only look at the classroom. And this is scientific research. Only 30% of your learning is inside the classroom, believe me, and 70% is outside. So, what are we talking about? A school with classroom and walls. So, do encourage other people. That will be your biggest joy of giving. And going to Joy of Giving, in the Joy of Giving WhatsApp channel, today, our dear friend Kunal has shared a little presentation. Do share it around with the people. They will understand the meaning of joy of giving. And this whole year, we are only going to be talking of joy of giving, because I think that should become the motto of my good school. Jugjeet sir, do you agree with me on this?
I think you can run campaigns every year so that we strengthen all aspects of it. But eventually it is about between the school and us, service skills, study and sport. Study we don't do much, but we are luckily focused on the other good things. So yeah, I mean, joy of giving is certainly something that's very valuable. And as the Panchu said, they may not have been exposed to it as much themselves earlier. So I think that's very serious value add that we provided, and possibly true in other places as well. So yeah, I mean, let's take it on as a serious campaign and take it from there.
Jugjeet sir, as you were quite an advocate of joy of giving, and we have both grown up in an environment where we've had the opportunity. Now, when I look at next 1 year, I want to list 4 possible small joys of giving. First joy of giving is you have to help us grow this My Good School movement. How you can help? You can encourage others to join. Very simple. How you can help? Do your reflections, comments. That's how you can help. Strengthen the joy of learning diaries. How you can help? Yes, come for the My Good School retreat. And the fourth thing, how you can help? Be seen in your school as a participant beyond the classroom. So beyond the classroom, you can go to a chess club. If you don't have outdoor games, beyond the classroom, you can go play a sport. Beyond the classroom, you can do some collection drives, some contributions like Kunal has mentioned in the Joy of Giving document this morning. And let's all do 3 cheers for Kunal Bhaiya if he's around. 3 cheers for Kunal. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Yeah, that's it. So, Kunal, we really appreciate you. And on that note, one more giving I want to add. We want interns to become fellows. We want teachers to join us as fellows. We want teachers to emulate what Kunal does with passion and joy. And teachers, when you become fellows with us, you do something more than what even interns can. So I bow down to every teacher here and I humbly request teachers, please set the example. Practice what you preach. Please read. Please champion joy of giving. And yes, help us grow the My Good School. Okay. Now, where's the next presentation? Any other school ready? Deepa ma'am, anything from Varuna you want to share? You don't have to take the screen. You can come online and share. It's as good as that. That's the best presentation. And sometimes in lighter vein and jokingly, I say people who don't have a point make PowerPoints. Don't take it as a negative, but just in happy fun. So if you can make a PowerPoint, you don't need PowerPoints because you are a person of the point. So if you can make a point without a PowerPoint, that's the 6 C's you have got together. You have your critical thinking, you have your collaboration, you have your communication. You are going to become a good citizen because you are a person of character. And that's the way I look at it. The 6 C's, and like Manisha ma'am said today, the pedagogy focuses on reading, reading, and reading. Reading is the biggest gift we humans have, which we have created. We are the only species in the world which has a script and which reads. Yes, other species are more sensitive, they communicate better, like we see in the inner life of animals. But we have a medium of communication. We have languages. They may have a language of communication. We have languages of communication. And that's why humans are perhaps the predominant species on the globe. The largest number of animals in the world are humans. And if humans don't live well, we are in trouble. Diva ma'am, you want to share anything from Varuna? Then I can ask Bhagwanpur if you want to share anything. These are the schools we visited, so we give them an idea they should present.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Varuna, you are in. Over to you, Deepa, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Everything is going well. Boarders are enjoying learning, but I want to suggest one thing that if the book page is shown in the screen, if one by one children can read, so I think they can improve better English. They can check their pronunciation. Otherwise, it's all up to you. But
Deepa, ma'am, I want to answer that here. 3 years back, we were having children reading, we were not learning. So now we are reading. This fourth Sunday has been added for you to present. Come talk here today. That's why we brought this up. See, your children have to learn how to read. And that's why we get the best readers in the world to read. Your children will become the best readers. They will present. Let them present here. Let them come and speak here. Today, at least 10 of you have spoken. So we want children to be free of thought. What happens is when you try reading from the screen, it's difficult and they fumble. Now, when they pronounce wrongly, that wrong pronunciation will spread all over the world. We don't want wrong pronunciation to go out of our schools. And that's the reason why we got back to saying, yes, we will read and then we will give time for them to talk. We'll give time for them to communicate. We will do workshops as we go along. So we will make up. That's a wonderful suggestion you have given. But as far as reading this book is concerned, we want to keep the flow going. Earlier on, we were giving children pages to read. We could hardly read a chapter in one session. Sometimes connectivity is not good. Sometimes the document is not good. The child doesn't have the book. Which page? Where are we? Where did you leave? Where did I leave? So we were losing just about the entire reading spirit. And now in Jugjeev sir, who's our Amitabh Bachchan, he reads, there is power. Listening to Amitabh Bachchan is magical. So that magic of reading or the art of reading will take you a lifetime. You will only get it if you read a few hundred books. And our children, so many have not even read one book. So many don't have a book home beyond the textbook. So many go home, don't even open their bags. So reading is a skill which we are championing. If you listen to Lata Mangeshkar, bathroom में जाके आप उसको गाते हो. अगर आप हमारे को पढ़ते सुनोगे, आप बाथरूम में जाके पढ़ना. मैं किताब बाथरूम में लेके जाता हूँ. और जब आप पढ़ लोगे, फिर आप यहाँ पे इंटर्न बन के आओगे, आपको मौका मिलेगा बोलने का. दीपा मैम, आप समझ आ गया? Thank you.
Told one day what they have till now, whatever they have learned, so they can showcase. Right?
Yes, that will be the Yes workshop, fourth Sunday of the month. So every Sunday, every fourth Sunday of the month, they will be able to do this, what they are doing today.
Very nice, very nice. Good. Completely okay, sir.
Thank you. We love you, Deepa ma'am. God bless you. You keep your children warm. It's winter time. You have them in a room. Perhaps they'll get sunlight today. We have bright sunshine here in Dehradun. I'm sure you'll have in Varanasi today because now the snow has fallen. And after the snow has fallen, the sky is crystal clear, it's blue. And then the worst thing is the cold winds after the snowfall and while the sky opens are biting cold. In this cold wind, you get cheeks which are cherry in color. So that's the beauty of this Gulabi Thand. So Gulabi Thand sabko bahut bahut mubarak ho. Okay, over to Sun City. Anyone from Sun City? Any? Thank you, Diba ma'am. आप म्यूट कर सकते हैं दीपा मैम.
Okay, then sir.
Jai Hind. Sun City, anyone? Sun City, Sun City, Sun City. I think sun is not shining in Sun City today. Jugjeet sir said thank you to Diba ma'am. And he said you can start that activity. Good. Yes. We want to reach the day and you read. Definitely we want to reach the day. But that will only happen once you have grown up as interns. It will happen when you become a fellow. See the way Kunal expresses now. See the way these people who came for the joy of giving workshops are expressing now. So come to the retreat, read with us. Bring a whole book and read with us at the retreat. Yeah. Anyone else? Sun City, Sun City. Any other school? Any new school? Any old school who wants to talk and make a presentation? You're most welcome. Put your hand up and talk. It's open to everyone. The screen is open to everyone. Any individual who wants to talk and share a reflection as we celebrate Happy New Year today? Yeah, I see someone running up. Varuna Hostel, anyone wants to talk? You have come up to the screen. You want to say something? Please talk. Okay, Manisha ma'am, I think there is no presentation. And we want new schools to put in their question and answers because now they've seen a session live. Can we have the new schools ask their question and answers?
Yes, sir. Century School,
Yeah.
do you want to? Is there any question which we can answer?
I think, yeah, Century School is definitely. Please unmute Century School.
There's also Sunbeam Palya.
Yeah.
Sunbeam Lahartara is also new.
Shahar Banu ma'am, are you there? Yeah, Ela is unmuted. Welcome, Ela. Please come in.
Thanks, and it has been a wonderful experience to be with you. And today, whatever Jugjeet sir said, it really put me to my childhood. It was really a wonderful experience today. As
Thank
a
you.
child, I was so close to nature. We enjoyed number of things, sitting on the floor. Many a time I sit on the floor and eat food, but it was good.
So good. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And Ela ma'am, let me say in due admiration, you have a lovely display picture. It looks so happy. It's one of the happiest pictures I've seen today. God bless you. It's a beautiful picture of joy. I love the way you put that smile across and portrays so much magnanimity and warmth. Bless you, ma'am. Have a wonderful year ahead. And yes, do encourage your children to read, ma'am. I keep repeating. If I was
Actually, sir, nowadays from 1 to 50, there will be holidays in our city, in our school. So already I have motivated my students. I told them to buy one book only for the holidays that they will be completing before the holidays go finish.
Ela ma'am, may I suggest?
Yeah.
Go to the My Good School website.
Okay.
Some books which are very, very powerful, which we have read. And when you say one book to read, don't say that. You have to find a book with which they can really get to reading. You know, the first book you read, it really makes all the difference in your life, let me tell you. And we, at My Good School, the first book we read was Toto Chan. I don't know if many remember or not. So if you go here on My Good School, this is the My Good School page. You'll find some fascinating books here. And these books are the ones they can read. Currently, we are reading The Inner Life of Animals. So if you want them to read a book, tell them to get the book which we are reading together. Then what will happen? carry the book to school on Sunday, and they will really love the book. We will tell them how to make love to a book. Sorry, I'm saying it that way. I mean,
No,
book
it
is
is
something you just
e-edition
follow.
book. E-books are available there, sir.
For every book, ebook is available. All the
Okay,
books
fine,
that are
fine,
listed here is available. Manisha ma'am, please share the Amazon link of the inner life of animals. And I don't want to sell, but I can mention to you in case you can't get the book, we have them at
No,
the.
no. It is not selling and buying, sir. It is so
No,
nice of you that you brought me the idea, brought this idea to me. Some of the students are still there. They are attending the webinar. So it is
yeah,
good that you brought this message to me. Thank you so much,
yeah.
sir.
Go into the My Good School WhatsApp. On the poster, there are two books. Ask them to buy these two books.
Right.
Let them read these two books this year. If they have read these two books, believe me, you have done well. So I'm just talking of one or two books in a year. I'm not doing more than that. And Jugjeet sir will tell you, we have rarely reached 3 books in a year. Slowly, slowly we read.
You
Here are some of the
absorb,
books which are.
you do not read, sir. You absorb the books. That's why you
Thanks.
are slow.
You mentioned that so beautifully. I love that. And this is the whole challenge in a classroom. Our syllabus forces us to speed. Now with speed, there can be no joy of learning.
Yeah,
Joy
it's
of
true.
learning is by savoring. Joy of learning is by feeling. It's an intensity. So it only happens when we are not pressured and everyone gets to participate in a class. That's an important part. So I know in our session, one thing we lose in Zoom when we get 400 or 500 people is difficult for us to get everyone to participate. And that's the only challenge we face at My Good School. We meet once a week and sometimes we connect with 400 to 500 in the week. So it's difficult for us. So this is the book Inner Life of Animals, which you could ask them to pick up. It's a
Right.
beautiful book. We've also talked about Hidden Life of Trees, which we
Yeah.
read before that. So don't worry about that. We have finished that. So currently
Perfect.
we are reading Inner Life of Animals and reading My Name is Cinnamon. So what you're seeing here is the library I'm sitting in on the screen. This is
Okay.
all the books are all available here. And in case you want us to help you get the books, just send a message in WhatsApp. We will put them in a bag and post them.
Sure, sir. Sure.
We have the books available in Dehradun. If you come here, we have a 100-year-old bookstore, which is there in Dehradun. So plan a trip to Dehradun and you will actually come and feel what My Good School is about.
Your office is in Dehradun, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. I work out of Dehradun. Where I'm sitting just now is our Joy of Learning studio. And below the studio, there is a bookshop, 2,000 square feet with a coffee shop.
Sure. I'll definitely plan this a trip to your school, to your good
Yeah.
school.
Most welcome, ma'am. And
So
this is the second.
you have gifted me two things today.
Thank you so much. So,
One is way to read more books, and other is invitation to Dehradun.
absolutely. Be our guest. If you want to come on 8th of January, we are conducting a 5-hour live session here. So Manisha ma'am is hosting a live session in the Joy of Learning studio. We are going to read, we are going to do a lot of good things. We do that for schools. If you want to bring a group of teachers to us, please do that. We can do a special session for you live here. We can also do a live session for you like we've just done for Varanasi at your school. Even that's a possibility. That's the Youth Engaging Society program, which we end up doing on site. But yes, we can't do too many of those because Jugjeev sir and me, we have limited hands and limited lungs and limited power. I'm sure Jugjeev sir is smiling. So we can't reach every school. We went to Varanasi because 4 5 schools are together in one city. So we get a huge set of children to work with. And in the last workshop, we had 150 young people in every workshop. We were there for 4 days. We ran 150 people day one, 150 people day two, and then groups of 30 spread over the next 2 days. So we connected with almost 400 to 500 people in our little visit of 4 days in Varanasi.
Nice, nice. I've got to know today with the presentation of Jagdish sir that he must have visited number of cities, even countries. That's why he's aware of number of things. Though I couldn't get this chance to visit many cities, but it was nice to know that he visited number of countries and cities. He's aware of number of things.
Absolutely. ईला मैम माय गुड स्कूल में दुनिया भर से लोग आते हैं हम भी आपको दुनिया की सैर करा सकते हैं माय गुड स्कूल में अभी हाल ही में हमारे पास क्रिस्टा मैम आई थी कनाडा से और इस साल में हमारे पास मनु कपूर जी आएंगे सिंगापुर से, अमरदीप सर आएंगे सिंगापुर से। सो जो गेस्ट आते हैं माई गुड स्कूल में वो दुनिया भर से आते हैं। सो हम आपको
Okay.
दुनिया भर की सैर कराते रहेंगे।
Sure, sir. Sure, sure.
तो ये हमारे माई गुड स्कूल पेज पे ये छोटा सा, प्लीज हैव अ लुक एट दिस डॉक्यूमेंट्री। दिस इज स्क्रीन, दिस इज द ट्रेलर ऑफ इट। वी स्क्रीन दिस एवरी सेकेंड Sunday of the month. Then below that, you will see the reflections. After the reflections, there is the ability to apply for internship. So after your students have attended 5-6 weeks of My Good School, you could register some as interns. We'll be happy to help them. The interns, like from Lahartara, Sunbeam, they made a presentation today. Those are our interns. We work
Okay.
closely with them.
Once the child becomes intern, then he could come for presentation, right?
Ma'am, like you have a prefect body in school,
Okay.
our interns are like our prefects.
Sure, sure, sir.
A
Sure.
school captain in Rishona, we have other office bearers, we have people who work in the Teachers Academy, we have people who work on the podcast channel, we have people who help us with videos, artwork, production, design. That's how we reach out to you.
My
And
students
yes,
will definitely be a part of yours.
and that's our rock star Jugjeev sir. 3 cheers for Jugjeev sir. Hip hip.
Hooray! Wow! Hip hip
Hip hip.
hooray!
So
Hooray!
that's Jugdeep sir. So that's all about My Good School. Don't go away, Ila ma'am. I want to show you something more.
Yeah.
So just recently we have updated the website. So I urge you all to explore the website, find out about us, find out more, and you will see a lot of things. So if you're a good school member, find out what we can do with you. There's a little letter from Dr. Manmohan Singh. Read it. He had good words for us. There's good words from Shivpreet Singh. You'll meet him in the coming year. This is the lady I was telling you about, Krishna ma'am. So she was with us for 3 years. Her program has now sunset. So we do get new people. They come, they spend a year or two with us and add value to My Good School. You know what My Good School is? It is right here on Sunday. In addition, we have the Teachers Academy. This is the Saturday evening one, which is for the teachers. I think you've seen one Teachers Academy, Ila ma'am.
Yeah, I skipped only one Saturday, sir, that I couldn't attend, but last 4 Saturdays, yeah, I have been there.
This is the focus. Yeah, this is the focus of the Teachers Academy. There's reading, reflection, relationship. So Jugjeev sir is the brand mascot of My Good School, and I like volunteering at the Teachers Academy. That's the relationship amongst us. So we explain to you what you can do. You can apply actually for a certified program also. So if you want to apply for a certified program, there's a small fees of 1100 per year, where if you attend 11 sessions and make 11 presentations, you get a certificate from Learning Forward USA. So you can do that. Last year we gave away enough certificates which are now being prepared. So that's how we are a globally validated program by the World Bank Education Group. This is what the teachers write. It comes in the happy teacher.
Excuse me, sir, are these certificates for teachers?
Yeah, now I'm talking Teachers Academy. I'm not talking of.
Okay, fine.
Interns
I'll be
can apply
joining.
for a, yeah, interns can apply for a certificate. Teachers can apply for a certificate if they participate in the Teachers Academy. So, and
Right.
what is the participation? Submit 11 assignments in the year. That's all. It's as
Now,
easy as that.
as
Then there is
after becoming intern, we'll get certain assignments, right?
ma'am, assignments are for everyone.
Okay.
Assignments have no connection with the internship.
So how
But
to get those assignments, sir?
Ma'am, like today's assignment is a reflection which will be shared shortly. Let me go back. Are you talking about
Okay,
teachers or are
fine.
you talking about whom are
I'm
you talking
talking
about?
teachers,
Teachers?
sir.
Okay.
As
This
you
is your
said, there's
teacher.
1100 fee and
So this is your teacher assignment. So yesterday we read chapter 7, a legend and a legacy. So there are
Right.
questions here which are asked. So pick up one question and elaborate.
Okay, right.
And send it by email. Where do you send it? You have to send it to here.
Manisha ma'am.
When you send it to Manisha ma'am, then what Manisha ma'am does, I'll show you an assignment. Here's an assignment. Ankit Khare has sent an assignment to copy versus not to copy. This is based on a session of book reading. So he has sent an assignment. He's worked very hard with it. So Ankit has almost completed all his 11 assignments. He can now apply for a certificate after 31st December. So in 12 months, you have to submit 11 assignments. That's easy to do. It's just 11 reflections. So here's another one. Like Mizan has submitted an assignment on fear versus courage. Now, fear versus courage is a session we have done. It's a reading we have done. So that's how you create your assignments. So if you look at this way, the Teachers Academy is for teachers. And if you go right down ulta pulta, my good school is for students. It's as easy as that. They are both
Sure.
connected. If you're a
Sure.
my good school student, you write, you become a teacher. So if you're a teacher, you write, and you become better.
Sure.
So it's as well organized as that. And here you see lots of good readings on the right column in the Teachers Academy. Affection versus rejection, copy or not to copy, beyond the blackboard. There's a lovely message here from Paul Sir on Christmas. I
Yeah,
think
I
we'll
heard
play
it.
that.
I heard it in the very morning before joining this class.
Okay,
I heard it was really wonderful.
okay. He is asking me to sign in, so I've not signed into YouTube. That's okay. So if you go here, let's say here, here's another one. War versus peace. So this is a chapter in the book, Wanted Backbencher, Last Ranker Teacher. So he has talked about the class as a war room and how to make peace in a class, as a rowdy class. So he explains that what teacher conflicts are, what are peer conflicts, how do you bring peace in the classroom. So this is professional reading, and we've been doing this for the last 12 years. NEP is talking now of 50 hours of continuous professional development. We have been doing 100 hours of professional development in every school for the last 10 years.
Okay, nice.
NEP is only talking 50 hours. We were insisting on 100 in the year. So because we feel the more you read, the more you write, the better person will become. So from here you see the page views, 9,87,635. That's the teacher's journal. That's the depth of our work. And if you see here below, there are writings from as far back as 2009, ma'am. Did you start your career then?
I started in 11th.
Okay, lovely. So your entire career's articles are all here. That's the depth of our Teachers Academy. Similarly, if you go to My Good School, if you go right down, My Good School started in 2021 October. So let's go to 2021 October. Our
Rishona.
first post was
Rishona.
Rishona. That's the school. I said that's the school captain. So what Rishona does now, she comes here. She will do this. I'll show you something beautiful. So you just type Rishona Chopra in case there are two Rishonas. There aren't two. So see what happens now. It will list everything Rishona has done from day one.
Right.
Everything. So we have to do nothing. We see you here, we search you here, we find 11 posts by you, we know you have worked your way up. So Rishona can now create a biography of her learning from here. So if she decides to print this, well, this is her story of life, how she savored the joy of learning. That's the beauty, and that's why this is how we started focusing. That's our curriculum, if you want to call it. At My Good School, we focus on books, podcasts, apps, yes, because we tell you a lot of open source apps, and we support schools. We like working with schools instead of individuals because we feel if we create school culture, we do more than just helping single child or a single student. So we focus. That's why the Good School Alliance focuses on building learning communities at schools. So you look at this cloud formations. Look at the poetry. Rishona is a book in itself. So you can see what we have done. We have created an author. We have created a poet. We have created an artist. We have created a singer. That's what My Good School does. It says, okay, the sky is the limit. The clouds are your formation. It's all about in the cloud is not what we talk today of. In the cloud is actually mesmerized in being in the clouds, floating above and watching the earth below. That's your song. Thank you, Ela ma'am. Is there anyone
Actually, sir,
else?
actually, last year, I got an opportunity from the director of our school, Mr. Ankur Gupta, to help the student to write some write-ups. So, one of my students, she wrote 11 poems, sir.
We'll publish them. Please send them. We'll put them in the Joy of Learning diaries. Most welcome to submit them.
There were number of students who wrote poems. Yeah, number of students who wrote poems. Some wrote articles also. And one of my students, that is Bhavika, is still attending the session. She has written 3 stories.